So Sean here. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I'd like to just go through a Google Sheet that I've created for anyone looking to just learn more about savings and the benefits of saving early. It's a very, very basic example, which I'd like to just share with you. Not too complicated. It is a spreadsheet that you can edit, you can change, you can make any adjustments you want to. But essentially, the purpose of the spreadsheet is to add value to those that are just wanting to have a bit more education about the reason why financial planners are very adamant that people start saving as soon as possible. And the later that you start saving, the more difficult it is for you to reach your retirement goals. So I'm going to just do a quick share on this Google Sheet that I've created for you. So this Google Sheet was created just purely for explanation for those that are just wanting to understand why does a person want to save sooner rather than later. So this is an example of Jack and Jill. You can edit the names over here, and the names will then pull through into the different sections. So if you wanted to make this John as an example, then John will then pull through over here. Just give it a second, and it'll then update. The nice thing about Google Sheets is that it is live. So if you make any changes and you want to share this with someone, you can do so. You can share the sheets. There are quite a few people that have been accessing this document already. But essentially what you can do is you can edit all the cells here that has got the edits over here, and it'll then do the calculations for you. So in this case, we're just using 8,000 per month as the savings. There's no escalation on this. I've kept it very basic. The growth rate, or the capital growth, or interest, if you want to call that, we're going to say is 10% compounding annually. And the annualized savings is just basically 8,000 times 12. John's 25, Jill is 35. The investment term is 40 years. And 30 years. The reason why you can change this is because it doesn't have to be till retirement. You can maybe make it a 10-year period, and that's the age of maturity when you're going to need the money. But in this case, I'm just going to work on a hypothetical scenario that John and Jill are saving towards their retirement, and this is the amount that they'd like to put away towards their retirement. So you can see over here, the first thing I'd like to note is that there's a difference of 960,000 in total savings. So essentially you're taking the 8,000 times by the 12 times by the number of years, which is obviously in this case a 10-year difference. So that equates to 960,000 additional savings that John is making because he started 10 years before Jill. The difference in funds, now this is quite important, is this is essentially the total savings that John has made. This is the total savings that Jill has made. So if you take 8 times 12 times by 40 and times by 30 respectively, you're going to get to that value over there, which is also calculated in this cash flow over here, which this is all automated. So you don't have to edit anything over here. But essentially, if we took this and we just summed it up, it'll equate to 3.8 million over here, which is the same as taking 8 times 12 times by 40, which is it's taken 96 and it's added 40 years of savings. And similarly with Jill, the same formula has been applied. So you can see that it's calculating 2.8. So you can see that there's a difference in savings, and that savings now compounded with 10% equates to a 46.7 million future value versus a 17.37 million future value, which means that in the variance between the two, which is this minus that, is 29.367 million, which is obviously quite a lot when you consider that this is only a 10-year period. Obviously, if Jill was 40 years old, then this would be, let's say, for example, 40, 25, you will see now there's quite a big difference, 3.8 million versus 2.4 million in savings. So that's quite staggering when you think about the outcomes of the returns and also the compound interest, the benefit of compounding your money for a longer period of time. So John would obviously be much better off because he's saving for a longer period of time, 40 versus 25 in this particular case. I've just amended Jill's investment term and age. But this is just purely to show people the reason why saving as soon as possible is beneficial. John doesn't have to start with 8,000. He can start with something less and gradually escalate that. But Jill, because Jill's older, Jill would have to invest a lot more than 8,000 to get to the same future value as John. That's the point I want to get across, is that the sooner you save, the better it's going to be from a compounding point of view and also the total contributions. Because unfortunately, once you get to 65, you cannot save any further. So you have to use what is given to you based on your inputs and contributions you have made. And hopefully you get the 10% compound return. That depends on the asset class that you have invested in. But that's why you would want to speak to a financial planner that specializes in retirement planning for you. There's just a note here that I've made is we have taken 96,000, which is the annualized amount, and we've added 10% interest onto that. And we've then just applied the 10% plus the contributions to get to the future values of John and Jill, respectively. However, just note, these are not annual payments in this particular case. In other words, if John and Jill made 96,000 payments a year and they didn't do it monthly, then this is what the return would be. But if John and Jill paid monthly 8,000, then we have to do a different formula because we are saying that this is a monthly payment, which means that the interest will accrue monthly and not annually. Because you're paying 8,000, that 10% is growing on that 8,000 every month, and it's compounding monthly. So we have to do a separate calculation for that, which I've done over here. It's a time value of money. And as a result, the future value, because it's monthly compounded over that 40-year period, is 51 versus 46, and 10.7 versus 10.3. So there's a massive difference because it's only, well, in this case, it's 25 years versus 40. Again, the longer you invest and you compound it monthly because it's monthly payments, this is what the variance will be, which in this case is 40 million. So the total savings here will be exactly the same. The difference, however, is that the compounding periods will differ. So in other words, it is in the client's best interest to invest monthly and not annually of 96. Because if you take 8 times 12, you're still contributing 96, but if it's contributed 12 times a year, then that 8,000 is going to have that interest accrue monthly because it's investing every month, not just once off. So in other words, it's giving you more time to grow your money. So this spreadsheet can show you the difference between annual saving and monthly saving. You can actually see the difference here. But really, at the end of the day, we just want to show you why it's important to start saving as soon as possible. Just by using a simple example of a 15-year age difference, exactly the same contributions, this is the difference in fund value, which obviously makes a big difference with the income that John needs and Jill needs when they get to their date of retirement. So I do hope that this Google Sheet can add some value. It is something that you can amend, you can change, you can do whatever adjustments to it if you want. But it really, the essence of this is to explain to you the simple reasoning as to why saving as soon as possible is very beneficial mathematically, and not just something that a financial planner says to try and get you to start saving or take out a policy or product or whatever the case is. There's actually logic behind that, which is hopefully what this Google Sheet will get across in terms of the results. So you're welcome to get access to this Google Sheet. There's a link below that you can download. You can either make a copy of the Google Sheet onto your Google Sheet profile, or if you want to download it into Excel, you're welcome to do that. I'll quickly show you how to do that so that you can do that over here. So you go to File, make a copy. You can either make a copy into your existing Google profile, it'll be copied as a separate sheet, or you can download it into Excel. This is probably the most common one. And then you can actually download it into your, if you've got Excel on your computer, it'll then download it as a spreadsheet, and then you can start making edits into Excel. So I've just done that over here, and you can see it then comes as an Excel, as a spreadsheet, and then you can make any changes. Nothing is locked, no formulas are locked, so you can make whatever changes you want. But again, this is just for educational purposes to add value to those that are looking to better understand the reasoning behind savings, and the sooner you start, the better it is mathematically. Thanks very much for watching this video. Hope to make some more videos in the near future. Thanks so much for now. Thanks. Bye.